For smaller circles, the pipes shown here work well. But what if you need a larger circle, or a specific size circle? Now this is a 10-pound bag of Quikrete. It's $3.20 at the hardware store. A vegetable can, as in canned vegetables, a coffee can, and some water. I drilled holes in the cans to match the size rod I'm going to use for the circles. Pouring in some of the Quikrete mix, adding some water, and stirring. I know very little about concrete other than to mix it well and get it to the consistency of putty. Oops, I should have put a piece of duct tape over the holes. Oh well, it's too late to do that now. Now this 10-pound bag has no gravel, whereas the larger 60 and 80-pound bags do have gravel in the mix. You can see that I've wrapped these pieces with wire so that the concrete will form around the wire to keep it in place. I push them down into the concrete, trying to make sure that they are in straight before the concrete starts to harden. Inserting the rods into the can, into the concrete, and I'll coat these with grease so that once the concrete is cured, they'll be easy to extract. As I said, I don't know a lot about concrete, so I'll let these cure for about 3 days before using them. But to demonstrate, I'll use these that I did for one of the DVDs. Find the hole, insert the rod, and wrap it around the can. This is steel rod, so it's important that I keep tension on it as I'm wrapping. Ending up with a series of circles that can be cut apart. To cut these apart, I use a pair of bolt cutters. Almost without exception, circles will be larger than the diameter, in this case the diameter of this paint can. Steel is stiffer than copper, so it will spring back more. Or another way of saying this is that copper is softer than steel, so it will spring back less. Here's an example. Wrapping this 8-gauge copper wire. You can see the difference. The stiffer the material, the larger the circle. Now for this high-wheel bicycle. In the previous video, I used this block of steel to form the circle. Here I'm using a 34-ounce coffee can. Identical results as when using the steel diameter. It's just a matter of finding the right size can.